there is something in the minds of conservatives who, and it started back when they thought President Obama has the ability to forge a certificate of live birth, but he doesn't have the ability to forge a birth certificate. That's why we got to see the birth certificate from Hawaii, not the certificate of live birth. Because that is like kryptonite. And so President Obama has the ability, he both has the ability to simply snap his fingers and call up the Taliban and say, hey, send over Bergdahl now. But he also is weak in light of these people. So in other words, he can manufacture the timing of the Bergdahl thing. What are we got on the docket today? All right, good. Call tally. Call the tallies.
And he talks like George W. Bush
Yeah.
when he synchronizes this.
Well, that's right. That's his omnipotent voice.
Is everybody out of the room? All right, good. Here's what we're going to do.
Guess what? I'm back. I never left.
Sadly,
I've been here all the time.
Sadly, I think there's something true to that, too.
Yeah. Been here all the time. Ha ha. Suckers. Okay, get on the phone with the Taliban. And so here is Rick Perry explicating that theory that President Obama is both, we all know how weak he is. He's trying to undermine America. And of course, at the drop of a hat, he can tell the Taliban to do whatever he wants. Here we go.
Was this done to take the VA off the front page of the newspapers? An absolute debacle that we've seen this administration not taking care of the men and women of our military. And this kind of...
What was this prisoner swap done to hide from the VA? Well, that would imply that President Obama just had the ability to snap a finger. Let's do it now.
To be honest, now I'm wondering whether Bergdahl and Obama sent Bergdahl over there 5 years ago to get captured, knowing the VA scandal would happen 5 years later.
You know what? Maybe he just said, like, in fact, maybe there's a bunch of prisoners he just set out. Like, it's like telephone. Woods are dark and deep. Okay, go ahead. Listen to that episode.
It happened all of a sudden, it seems like. There was the Congress didn't even know about it when Dianne Feinstein and
Of course, it didn't happen all of a sudden. They tried to make this deal back in 2012. It fell apart. So it didn't happen all of a sudden. It's true he didn't inform Congress, and it's true, in my estimation, he should have. I don't buy these signing statements, even though that seems to be the presidential prerogative these days. But so he's wrong there. But I mean, the idea is not just that Rick Perry's an idiot. It's go ahead.
Republican counterpart are both saying that laws of our country were broken by the president not even giving them any indication that they were going to do this. So the question is, what is the strategy here? What is the foreign policy that's going into place here? Is it just haphazard? Is it just whatever we need to do to move a press story a day to get something off of the front page of the papers?
Actually, there's a lot of people who've been saying that there's some big foreign policy benefits to this because it shows that we can actually negotiate with the Taliban, which we're trying to do because we're trying to have some negotiation with them to leave Afghanistan somewhat stable. But there's not in a million years do I think Rick Perry is actually really asking that. I think those words just floated into his mouth as something to say before he said, did they just make this up so that the VA scandal wasn't? Unbelievable, this guy. And he, of course, was on Hannity's show. And then let's ask President Obama pointedly. I mean, Rick Perry has a legitimate question. President Obama, did you just arrange this to get the VA scandal off the front pages?
Look, Sam, let me be candid about this. Look, Rick is wrong in the specifics, as he often is. I arranged for the swap to distract from the EPA announcement.
Oh, all right.
The EPA announcement, however, was in relation to the VA. Now, the VA, obviously, that was in relation to Benghazi, going back to the IRS scandal, which, of course, was about Fast and Furious, and then the sort of Reverend Wright swooping into the fact that I was born in Kenya. So there's a lot of moving pieces here, and I don't expect Rick to follow all of them, but he is wrong in the specifics and right in the larger theme.
So if I understand what you're saying that the Bergdahl release really ultimately is trying to hide the fact that you were born in Kenya.
It's almost like a hall of mirrors. It's getting very high level here.
So
And,
this is part of like your 12-dimensional chess that people talk about.
12-dimensional chess is what people who aren't in the know call it. But you're pointing in the right direction.
Okay. All right. Well, there we have it.
Wallahu Akbar. Just like to add that as well.
Oh, right. Okay. And so
Lame duck term, I'm talking to you. Maybe I can finally speak a little Arabic.
there you go.
You play chess, Sam? Look, I'm happy to be on your show, or maybe happy is an exaggeration, but I'm willing to be on the show. But you need to let me finish.